Okay, I'm doing my last video on autobidmaster. I won the auction of my truck, but I wanted to go into a few of my observations and a few things that I don't feel good about that autobidmaster tried to pull on me. First thing I will say is it was easy to bid. Um, it was easy to bid, and I ended up winning my auction. Now, the issue that I have, there's several issues, which I did a video about one of them previously. But after I won my auction, so I go to see what I owe. And autobidmaster did something very shady. And I mean very shady. First off, they put on my invoice that I could not pick up the truck at Copar. And they tried to charge me like $700 or $800 to get the truck towed 70 miles from Copar to my house. This was automatic. I did not ask for this. They put this on my bill right off the rip. That's the first thing. The second thing, they actually put an advanced membership fee, or they actually was trying to upgrade me to the advanced membership for autobidmaster for $199. That may be good if I was planning on buying more than one vehicle, which at this time I'm looking at what I might try to buy. I'm leaning towards not more than I'm leaning towards buying the truck. But there's I just feel that's very shady, and that was going to add like $900 to what I paid for the truck. Just those two actions by autobidmaster. So customer service was okay. I didn't have any issues with the customer service. Fees are absolutely ridiculous. It's legal extortion is what it is, or legal theft is what it is, or legal robbery, however you want to phrase it. It's I just think it's absolutely ridiculous what they charge. They don't do anything to earn that money. The only thing you get to do is bid on a truck. You don't even get to do a live bid unless you do an advanced membership, which is like a couple $100. You can't inspect your vehicle unless you get an upgraded membership, which is like at least $200. So for the fees that they charge you, and to limit what you can do to actually buy a vehicle, so basically what you have to do in order to win the vehicle is, before the live auction starts, because you cannot bid once the live auction starts, you have to bid your highest bid that you're willing to go, and you got to actually check the fees to make sure that they're not too high, so you can so you might possibly not be able to afford to pay for the vehicle, because my fees was, I think, $1,100, over top, or well, actually, I take that back. What was it? My fees? Well, it was expensive. Let's put it that way. I paid far more than I wanted to for my truck. Actually, you know what? Actually, they was $1,100. My fees was $1,100. Yeah, I was right. So the fees are absolutely ridiculous. That's it. And I cannot recommend autobidmaster for anybody who especially who wants to get something cheap, because that's just not going to happen. And honestly, it might be better for you to hire an actual broker rather than autobidmaster, because autobidmaster, Um, they're like an endorsed broker from Copar, but they're actually just a company. They're not really they're a brokerage company, not a broker. So a broker, you might be able to get like less fees for that. But I'm happy that I got the truck. I got it running and driving. I just tinkered with it here and there, and the motor transmission was not damaged on the truck. It didn't get no water in the motor transmission. I didn't have to replace much to actually get it running. Actually, I didn't have to replace anything to get it running. It ran with the old fuse box in it, but the fuse box made a lot of stuff not work inside the truck. But autobidmaster, I'm not too particularly happy with them. And another thing that aggravates me about autobidmaster is the $190 documentation fee. And I was under the impression that it would take, maybe a week or whatever to actually get the stuff to get my truck registered. It's been 6 days already, and they haven't even shipped my paperwork. So, and I actually called, and they said it could take up to 3 weeks to get my paperwork for my truck. 3 weeks. For $190, I expect that to be expedited. I expect to get it within a week. That's ridiculous. So I got a truck that I can run and drive, but I can't get the truck inspected, so I can get the tag, so I can actually get registered. So there's a lot of things that I'm not particularly happy about, but and oh yeah, there's one more thing that I actually think is ridiculous. You can only use a Zelle payment or a wire transfer from your bank. I wanted to use my credit card, honestly, because I had 0% interest on my credit card until 2024. So I was just going to make payments on my truck and not have to pay cash for it, because I had the cash, but I didn't want to spend the cash. So that was out because they make it to where you have to use either Zelle or a bank transfer. You can't use a debit card. You can't use a credit card, etc. But oh yeah, and you can use Western Union if you want to get charged like several $100s. I actually use Zelle through my bank, which I got it for free, which is cool because I didn't have an extra fee, what would have been my biggest concern, is having an extra fee because of having to use Zelle. But fortunately, I didn't have to. Do that. But I'm just not particularly happy with autobidmaster. I got my truck. I'm happy about that. I'm not happy about some of their stuff they pulled, and I'm not happy about how long it takes to get my paperwork. But hopefully this helps somebody, and you can make up your own mind whether or not you want to spend the fees on autobidmaster. Like I said before, if you're buying a truck that's like $10,000, even $5,000, and you're getting a really good deal on it, it's worth it. But getting something like me, it's borderline not worth it. It was worth it because, like, that truck, if I had bought it like running and driving, would have been between $5,000 and $6,000, and I got less than that in it. Even though I still feel I paid too much for having to completely gut the interior and clean everything, and that's the biggest part that really bothered me about the whole deal, is just having to clean all the mud out of it. And I still haven't changed the speakers yet. I'm waiting for the trim tool to remove my back door trim pieces so I don't damage them when I take them off. But other than that, it's pretty good. I'm not too awful unhappy about it. It could have been better, but it could have been worse. So I'll let whoever watches this video to make up their own mind. But thank you so much for watching. hopefully this helps somebody make up their mind on autobidmaster. Take care. Cherish your family. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.